my mind, so I thought, comes in, I guess I'll shut the stream down. And I just thought I would hop on and go live and see what everybody's up to. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Or am I just going crazy by myself? Hello, hello, hello. Shows I got two people in here. Are we gonna say hi or just have me babbling to myself for a while? Oh, lost one. Still one in here. Hi, Dream Angel. How you doing? Haven't went live for a couple of days, so I thought, well, I'll hop on. Sitting here bored out of my mind. Dylan don't get home from school for a while, and Brian's at work, so it's been one of those days. I'm good, hon. I've got some ribs in there marinating to fix for dinner tonight. We're gonna have ribs and salad. Already got the salad all broke up and ready to go for dinner in the fridge. So we'll wait and see. Wait until my guys get home. Brian went from third shift to first shift this week, so the next week he goes on second shift permanently, which is good because I kind of like having him home here at night. I mean, Dylan's here with me, and Dylan's 18, and Dylan's a pretty good sized boy, but still, I feel more comfortable knowing Brian's going to be home at night with me, and I'm not here basically just me and Dylan is a sound sleeper. When that boy's out, he's out. There ain't no waking him up. Because I'm so used to him working third shift that now he's going to be on second shift next week. But they moved. He's the only other guy besides the guy on first shift that knows how to run his machine that he runs. So they moved him while he's on vacation this week to first shift, and then next week, I don't know what that is. Something on my shirt. Oh well. And he gets second shift next week, so it's been a big adjustment. So next, Dad's taking Dylan and picking him up because Brian has to be to work before. Love the fact that he loves school now. I mean, it's like awesome that he does. And this is his last year. I mean, this is his senior year, so can't believe him. This is his last year. It's hard to think that my baby's 18 between my sister and I, her son and me. And then there's 9 years between him and my son. So it does go fast, Dream Angel. It's hard for me to think that the baby that I brought home is now an adult. Mom was having a hard time with that one. I know he's 18 to be my baby. I don't care if you're old and gray haired, you're always going to be mama's baby. I mean, you know, I had 3 miscarriages before Dylan, and I was told that I would never be able to get pregnant. Then I got pregnant with Dylan. I was 2.5 months pregnant, and I went into premature labor. And he gave me shots to stop my labor. And then I went back to work, and then I started having premature labors again. So then my doctor told me, he said, either we put you on bed rest or you have to go in the hospital. Hi, Bikini All Stars. I don't think I've ever seen you in any of my live streams, but welcome. And Chaos Paddler. I don't think I've ever seen you either, but welcome, guys. You know, so it's been... Dylan has been my world. I mean, he was born premature. His lungs were underdeveloped. He had to go down to OSU Children's Hospital, Nationwide Children's Hospital, and he was down there in the NICU. And then they moved him to the step down unit, and then finally I got to bring him home. And you know, it's hard for me to think my baby's an adult. But he's an old gray-haired man. He's always going to be mama's baby. And I love that boy with everything in me. I would die for my child. I would. And then when he was 5, I was having some problems, so I went to see my doctor. And that's when they ran the test and found out that I had ovarian and uterus cancer. So I had to have a hysterectomy. So Dylan's my one and only. And I love my child. My child is my world. I would do anything for that kid. I would lay down and die for my kid. And everyone always told me when he was younger that I was coddling him and that I needed to let him grow up, that I needed to quit being so protective and la la. But my kid wasn't one of these kids out here running the streets getting in trouble, because I knew where my kid was at all times. I don't care if he went to a friend's house. If he told me, Mom, I'm going to so and so's house, call me when you get there. Then before you leave, you call me and let me know you're leaving. I knew where my child was all the time. I wasn't one of those kids run the streets. Never have been, never will be. And even though Dylan's 18, I've always told him, you live under my roof, you live by my rules. And, even though he's 18, you walk out that door, you let me know where you're going. You let me know when you're going. I think that's much to ask. And everyone told me he had his lungs. And he was premature. I had him 2 months. I came and sat with him long enough for me to go to my aunt's house, take a shower, change, and come around, and they would be like, oh, this is baby. You don't have to worry. Mom never leaves. Hi, Carmen and sweetie. And I didn't. I was there all the time. And it was sad, though, because you would see babies that were going to surgery, or I don't know what happened there, but there. I mean, getting over your cold, Carmen. And when I worked for the doctor, so I went to Justin's class things for him. And then Dylan, I was always there. Well, hell, the one year, me and another one of the little boys that played football with Dylan when Dylan played football, his mom and I, we didn't end up to coordinate all of the school parties, Halloween, all of them. We had to coordinate. We're like, what? Neither one of us had ever done it before, but we pulled together. We made sure the kids had an awesome time. I feel you, Dream Angel. I haven't felt good the last couple of days. Well, yesterday I woke up actually with a migraine and throat. It's just like, ugh. I have no energy at all. But due to the lupus, the Guillain-Barré syndrome and stuff, I don't have an immune system. So I get sicker easier than a lot. So there's a lot of times, like, when I'm feeling like this, I don't go around people because I know my immune system's down. Even though I just got my B12 shot again 2 weeks ago, because I still just felt drained. Got in, took a shower, put clean clothes on, didn't do my makeup. Like, screw it. I don't feel good today. I ain't doing it. And then I'm sitting here bored off my ass. Up here, well, I'll hop on real quick and see what everybody else is doing. Oh, I know Carmen in the 50s and 60s, and well, actually, Friday. It was 50 some degrees. Me and Brian went out paying bills and stuff. And we came home, and next thing I'm looking out the window, and there's snowflakes, and it had dropped down to 30. I was like, what? It was just 50 a couple hours ago when we were out paying bills, and now it's 30 and snowing. This weather is awful. I know. I should just quit smoking, but that saves people's lives. If I don't have my cigarettes and my nerves are going crazy, oh no. I'm in Ohio, Carmen. We in Ohio say we have 4 seasons. We have summer, spring, fall. Well, if I says summer, spring, fall, winter, and who the fuck knows? Because like I said, it was sunny and 50 one minute and dropped down to 30 and snowing then in a couple hours. Ohio weather is so messed up. It really is. In the little town I live in, they do that. They don't touch any of the side roads like where I live with the snowplow and stuff. Well, when we got that one real bad snow, was it last month? I think it was. I mean, it literally snowed Brian's truck in. Him and Dylan had to go out and shovel from the porch to the little walk path that I have to the driveway and the driveway out so we could even get the truck out to go get groceries. It was ridiculous. And I always said I would never move away from Ohio because of my mom when she was sick. And my one ex, he tried to get me to move, and I was like, nope, I'm not leaving with my mama. And then, and Brian and I have talked about it. He don't want to move away because his mom's older, and he wants to be close because she lives down in Dayton, which is about 2 hours from where we live. But, it's still within driving distance. If something happens, we could get down there to her. My dad lives 3 blocks away from where I live. Him and my sister. My sister bought the house right next door to my dad. So, and I don't want to leave here. And, I already lost mom. And I don't want a couple weeks ago and messed his leg and stuff up. Luckily, my stepmom first started up and she knew dad went outside. So she went out looking and found my dad laying in the driveway and called the squad hospital, and he had x-rays and everything, and they said that day's gonna come. Hi, Charlene, sweetie. Thanks for coming in. About my dad. Growing up, I was always dad. I was always with my dad, doing something with my dad. And he'd be working on cars in our backyard, and there was places his hands throw me up in there, tell me what to do, and I did it. And even though there's 13 years between me and my older, literally the year Leela graduated, I started kindergarten. So it was like mom and dad were starting, but my sister was like a second mom, especially when mom was getting sicker and mom couldn't really go do things. Leela was the one that took me to go do them. And my sister and I have always been close. And, she had a real rough pregnancy with my nephew, which, by the way, which was the one that I showed the video that just got married. And they got a little baby girl on the way, I found out. So Bella Kay will be here in a couple months. I'm so excited. If any of you, I know I shared Facebook. I think I've shared it to my Twitter a couple times. But I watched this lady. She does these Facebook Live pearl parties. And I got the baby, the little charm. And it's got baby booties. And then since it's a girl, I had a pink pearl put on it. And that's going to be the gift at the baby shower for the baby. I figured that's something different that she doesn't have because, tell you what, this is my sister's first grandbaby, her only son. And oh my God, she's so excited. That baby, everything that you could think of. Me and Leela both always wanted a girl, and both of us had a boy. And now here comes her grandbaby, my great niece, and it's a girl. So the baby would definitely be spoiled. Definitely. But my mom and dad always wanted a boy and had me and Leela, so. And I'd be like, Mom, what would you have done if that was me? She goes, I had a busted ass. I said, okay, don't tell me not to yell at my child. She said, Shauna, Nicole, I'm going to tell you something right now. There's a big difference. You didn't have that grand before your name. I was like, uh-huh. But she would if I said anything to Dylan when Dylan was little in front of her. My mom would always be like, don't you yell at that baby. Oh, that's so sweet, Charlene. I love babies. I can't wait. My cousin Kimmy, she was a young mom, and she wasn't ready to have a kid. Well, when she had Sage, she would be like, hey, Shauna, can you watch Sage? I'm getting overwhelmed, or I want to do this, and I can't do it with, Sage and blah, blah, blah. I had that baby more than she did. And when she was around, if I'd go to the store or something and we had Sage, when Sage started learning to talk, he couldn't say Shauna, so he called me Nana. And we'd be at the store and he would say Nana, and everyone would be like, oh, your grandbaby's so cute. I'm like, whoa, back up. Not my grandbaby. It's my cousin's baby, but I had him all the time. Everybody thought he was mine. And then when Sage was a year and a half old, she got together with her. Just a second here, Brian just messaged me. Oh, he's on his last break. And then she told me, because they were actually living with me, even though she still had her own apartment there for a while. She moved in with me because she was just so overwhelmed and didn't know. Her dad, which that's a whole different story, I cannot stand. But her grandma was my mom's oldest sister. And my Aunt Chevagine raised her and her brother Josh, her twin brother. And Chevagine was old-fashioned, and she was an old Southern Baptist woman, and those kids didn't really get to do